So the morning comes, everyone has their long rest around 8 a.m.
Sorry, I slipped a little low in the water.
You find yourselves waking up. Even though sleeping on books,
he's dry.
You're actually well rested. Like, they're pretty comfortable books.
That's only why I slept on them.
Yep.
I knew they were the best.
But as you awake, there is a...
Unfortunately, there's no like information
Is that the meal?
Yes, you assume that this is
bell.
a meal bell right around 8 o'clock.
All right.
That's what brings you all awake.
Let's,
Even in the bathroom with the door closed, you can clearly hear. You have a feeling this is an enchanted bell made to wake up wizards and who want to get up and eat.
Sorry, this doesn't usually move very quickly. Up, out of the bathroom, you hear all the locks very rapidly at the door. Just like, let's get food.
Yeah, let's eat our fill and get some for the road.
Yeah, auto driver is usually an early riser and definitely gets up.
Yep. You guys head outside. So far, you've only been to dinners, and they've had like a very lush red carpet, the servants out front, the glamorous doors. For breakfast, you see hard, cold stone, worn stairs with an iron rail leading up on either side at a very kind of uncomfortable angle because it's 90 degrees and obtuse and acute at the same time. It's magic-y.
Don't think about the angle so hard.
Exactly. And then you see the door is very like dirty paned glass, like square panes with kind of a rusted handle. You have a feeling there isn't so much flair when it comes to breakfast. But you make your way up to the door. It does open for you still. They at least give you that. And you see the large interior, the large hall. Not many wizards there. You definitely see Rid Cully up front and most of the senior staff. And then some smaller groups. Doesn't seem like breakfast is this early is as well attended.
Okay.
You guys walk in.
I'm gonna find just an empty table.
Yep.
Big enough for us.
You head
Go
over,
that way.
and the tables themselves are empty. There are plates around on the tables themselves, and you do see other people eating, and they just reach, grab a plate, and as they pull it back, food is now on it.
Mm-hmm.
I will follow the lead.
Yeah. So
sure.
whatever type of food that can fit
So just
on
getting
a plate.
big vegetable omelet.
Yes, beautiful. You actually pull it out, and there's a moment where it's like phasing in and out, where it's like a very thin French omelet or a very thick, more like an American omelet. Which one would you?
It's the big old chunky omelet.
Yeah, and it is just chock full of very nicely done, soft on the outside, crisp on the inside vegetables. Very nice.
Auto driver wants like a big plate of like fluffy scrambled eggs and like two fresh biscuits with like some honey infused butter in it.
And as you pull back, it is like very like huge curd scrambled eggs, just very creamy and delicate, and the muffin is served right on top, and you can see the steam coming off and grill marks with like pats of butter on top.
Yes,
of
perfect.
each. Yes, perfect.
Well, since I'm still on vacation, I definitely just want a big plate of waffles.
And as you pull them back,
In the morning.
there is a moment, and you see like there's plain waffles with butter and syrup, and then there's one that's covered in this whipped cream, and there's cherries and sprinkles and
we're definitely
chocolate
doing that
syrup.
one.
So as you pull it back, it actually puffs up, and it's like a double waffle, and it has this frozen sweet cream in the center of it. Very delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Wasp would like some like fresh, killed, bloodied cattle viscera.
As,
Oh my God.
as you pull the plate, it is just like this big pile of this curled entrails, and you see that it actually goes into the table, and you like set the plate down, and you start pulling, and it just keeps going. It just keeps pulling, so you can get a fresh bit, and it is just squishy, and there's like little splatters.
I'm definitely on one side of
They
one.
dissipate.
So I probably all move to the next day.
And you see, like,
I just turned.
the first time you pull, there's like a splatter, and it is very like, backseat of a car in the Tarantino film of all over everyone, but then it quickly vanishes.
I know the exact scene that you're talking about.
Like,
Oh,
by the
fuck,
time we
we
finish
felt
this
smart,
breakfast,
isn't it?
I want it to look like, have you ever seen like Maniac Dogs where like a lion just is eating something?
Oh.
And its whole face is blood.
It is. And you realize that if you focus on it, only on yourself, you cannot do this on anywhere else, but on yourself, if you focus on it, it will stay. But as soon as you start to lose concentration, you feel like you're holding a concentration spell, and it will stay there for a while if you keep concentrating on it.
All right, so we're not welcome to the city of wasps.
Rain.
Rain is gonna reach in and pull out a giant stack of blueberry pancakes.
Oh, and without even question, you see that they are also just covered in whipped cream with fresh blueberries on top this time. And there's a little jar, or a couple jars, and you realize it's like a compote, like a blueberry compote, strawberry, raspberry, and this weird purple that you've never seen, and it is definitely changing colors. It's not just
Trippy pancakes.
yes.
Oh, a little
it
bit of
is-
blood splatter.
It just reminds you of you're just like, this is purple. There's no flavor. It is
purple.
Trippy pancakes, making trippy pancakes.
Yes, yes. And I'll just look over at you and just like, that also looks good, but hear me out. You gotta try one of these. I'll hand you a pancake.
Just devours it.
all of a sudden,
No,
the
like-
blood for a
Beauty
little
and the
while.
Beast trying to eat soup.
The blood on Wasp's face goes from this deep dark red to this deep purple, and there are these swirls of like lighter purple and darker purple moving through.
Whoa. I'm
Why are
like,
you looking at me like
that's
that?
amazing. How'd you do that?
You look down and see your hands now are this purple blood all over you.
You killed my
I
pancake.
killed his Snuffleupagus.
Yes, you did.
You all
And a purple dinosaur somewhere just shuddered.
Yeah, I think after we're done, like, you know, the first plate, I'll probably just go up and just grab some of those, like, pull it out and get some rice cakes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
A nice pile of, like, we'll say 9 of them you're able to easily pull without looking too needy.
But I think everyone should take like a pile of like rice cakes and like put it in like a pack and like those know, good field rations.
Yeah, they are very good.
So should we each put like 9?
How about this? Everyone roll a d10 and that will be how many rice cakes you get.
That seems reasonable.
Now, is a 0 or a 10 for
A
this?
10.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not going to get none. Right?
Can
University
Zars-
wouldn't do that to you.
Also think about and
Good
Bring
thing I
one
asked.
more.
get a bunch of like dried fruits,
Yeah, absolutely. Easily.
berries,
enough.
and the sort.
And this is in addition to the ones I already have.
3 cakes.
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
3 cakes. 4 cakes.
9 cakes.
9 cakes.
So I rolled 4, so I have 6.
So you have a total of 6 cakes.
Yep.
And we'll say you easily get like, and that's why we'll say like a day, 2 days worth of rations.
Cool.
Like so a good amount of dried fruit.
We said this is like, each rice cake is equivalent of like 1 meal, right?
Yep.
It's lambus bread.
So it'd be 3 for a day's worth.
Yeah.
I didn't roll.
Is it possible to like imagine like a travel canteen full of like hot mint
Yeah.
I was
tea?
literally listening to the Rogers of Rowan.
Go ahead and
That's
roll me an
awesome.
Arcana check.
Really?
9.
At least once a year.
You go
It'd have been
for
like
it,
that for me
but
until
you just get like cups. and
Yeah.
There's even one. It gets a little what we would think of as like uncanny valley. It even tries to give you a cup that's kind of closed and has like a porcelain top
Yes.
that isn't on. You're like,
Just
okay,
completely sealed.
nope, we're exactly.
Like tea leaking out the bottom of it at one point.
Yeah, there's
It's
one
just a
that's
straight
like
up ball with a
reverse,
handle.
like tea's on the outside and that's you have a feeling you should probably just stick with
Food.
yeah.
What the
This
shop?
is AI generated drinks.
Unsubscribe.
So you all eat your fill, get your cakes and fruit. Yeah. Around 9 a.m. You're
All right. So, am I going by myself to the house? You
I think I was at least going with you.
I'll go with. You need some muscle.
If you are coming,
I'm not.
you're not coming. Okay.
Take
These
Or you
broken
want to do
wings.
something on our
Take this.
Oh,
It's dangerous to dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Oh,
It's
What
going
do
to
you
be
want?
an earring of spell storing.
Let's go.
In it,
What is this like?
in it, there is already stored a haste
Me
spell and 2 shield spells.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Main
Or future
quest.
Main quest.
Kill
Did anyone put
priest.
spells in
Kill
that,
the
or is it
priest.
just
I believe the earrings of spell storage.
Yeah, I think anyone.
I think it holds
I
up
think
to.
you have to attune to them.
Yeah.
And cast spells into them. You can give them to someone else.
Right.
So what I'm just saying is, at some point we could have you put in some disguised selves. In
True.
there,
True.
Which
Yeah.
would give
It's a good call.
Yeah, that is
I
true.
could certainly do
You,
that.
you can have up to 5 levels of spells
Okay.
in there. So I have haste,
so it's
which
full
is
right
third.
now.
No, it's haste and 2 shield spells.
Is that 4? Or is haste level 1?
Yeah, well,
Haste is level
it's-
3, right? Two?
Haste is level 3.
Yeah.
And then-
So it's
so
full.
it's
So it has 3
Yeah, so it's
1
full.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to use it, you have to use one, right?
If we want,
So,
if you want
yeah.
to fill it with
Yeah.
more things, you have to use them.
Yeah.
Right. So
Correct.
use one of the shield spells.
But it has to, someone has to attune to
Yeah,
it.
that's
Oh.
And again,
That's what I
I'm
was asking
not
about.
going. I'm not going.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
well, because I was thinking like if Zaros could just put spells in it
Yeah.
without having to attune it, then you could go with us technically.
Sure.
But
Is that how, do I remember what works correctly? You have to be attuned to it to
Sure.
cast into it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's.
I would
attunement.
assume so, but I would.
Is that how we? I don't remember if that's how we were doing it or if Aldashar was just casting into it. I don't remember.
I don't.
Aldashar, you might remember. I just remember
You wouldn't
receiving
have-
haste all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
It does require attunement.
I think you have to be attuned to use them.
That's what.
Not
is
to cast
Is
into it though.
attuned to fill it and use it, or just attuned to use it?
I'm thinking it had to not be because.
That's what I'm wondering, like, did
it's
we
not
chain
you
them back
were
and forth?
Yeah.
Okay,
off to do that.
the ring stores spells cast into it, holding them until the attuned wearer uses them.
Yeah.
Uses them, so it doesn't say that the attuned person casts the spells
Right.
into
No.
it.
And any creature can cast a spell
well,
of first
that
through
fucking
fifth level.
solves it. Sometimes 5e is a little bit better than Pathfinder in some small ways.
Just
So-
anyone can
Very
cast,
fucking clear.
and anyone can cast into it. The wearer has to be the one.
So
attuned to it.
I could cast 2 of those in before bedtime
Yeah.
instead of the shield if we wanted, and then you could come with and have a backup.
Yes.
Do you want to do that so you don't have to stay back?
Do we want to retcon that backwards a little bit?
Are you okay
Yeah,
with that?
yeah.
Before bed, I could use my last 2 spell slots.
Yeah, and
Sure.
basically double cast shield. Cause they were already in there from like a couple days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, like you would.
I cast
You
it.
attune. You're just
Cast
sitting there, and he's like, "Give me some room." So you just
Yeah.
cast shield on yourself
Yeah.
twice. You see this glowing shield.
Womp,
You
womp.
just like
The shield on
as they're
itself, you cast it
sitting
on
Turns it,
Yeah.
knocks itself off
For
the
the
table.
record, I was already in the bathroom, so I have to open the door. There's just like a wall of steam. It smells like really nice and floral in there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like in a towel wrapped around the lower half, and I'm just like, fuck it. Cast a spell into it. Wait a second. Cast a spell into it again.
Yeah.
Hang them on Aldashar's ears. And then I just go back and just like, not
Yeah.
slam aggressively, just like, doop. Door closes, you hear all the locks start again.
Yeah.
Then you hear splashes and get in the water.
Okay.
I also realized
Back in my
it's
bag.
Yeah.
I have them as earrings of spell storing, but this
Yeah.
is rings of spell storing.
So
but
the
like
ring- well,
whatever.
No, ours are earrings.
Yeah.
Ours are
the,
earrings,
the,
yeah.
the official magic item is the
Yeah.
ring, but
But ours have always been
you guys have
earrings.
always described them
Yeah.
as earrings.
Yeah.
Although, for all we know, they could just be rings that Elishar has pinched on his back.
I have a lot of jewelry around. But in case you didn't know, like my tusks have gold bands on them.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, my
Zoro's is similarly blinged out.
Yeah.
I'm walking around with a lot of bling.
I have
So-
gold rings on my fingers and like rings on my ears.
That's a good
like,
point. When I
alright.
do my disguise selves, they do not have rings on their fingers. You just hear tingle, 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 tingle as I walk. Why does that person sound like a robot?
So now everyone's going, correct? Now that we figured
Yes. Good call.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. Then we can't
that out,
split
are
the
you
party.
using wild shape to go with this?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn into a harpy eagle again.
So you turn into an eagle as everyone heads out of the
Would you like to
study.
perch on my shoulder?
Yeah.
No.
You make your way down
I'm
to.
subservient to no one.
I never said you're just using me for a ride.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can fly.
Exercise.
You head outside into the fresh air. It's a pretty nice day today. And Wasp, you take off or stay with the group?
I'm gonna hover above the group. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, you get a little bit higher. It's still a ways to the actual wall, but you see around. You do see the wizards now are coming out of the building. They're all wearing like sweatsuits. They've got purple all over, and they're all wearing their hats still. And they're all just drenched in sweat, except for Rid Cully and the librarian, who is also extremely physically fit for an orangutan.
Yes.
Shoot, we should have got some sweats. We just blend in as we jog through the city.
I would like to disguise myself as a wizard.
Okay.
From the Unseen University.
Sure.
Probably like middle-aged man with a full wizard beard and a full wizard hat. And are there different colors of robes? Have we seen like?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
they
it's
tend to be on the red to purple scale for the most part.
okay. Yeah.
Seems to be wizards' colors here.
Yeah. I'll make mine like a deep purple.
Yeah.
But still with like some gold accents.
Absolutely. And when I say red, like maroon.
Yeah, sure.
That whole family.
Yeah. A deep purple with gold accents. Though.
And did you say human?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. A kind of middle-aged male.
forehead, meat
Human male. Like.
Middle age, would probably in this city would probably be more like an apprentice or a young wizard.
I'm making a little older.
Older,
So
right.
yeah. So like not super high to be like super. I want to
You're right.
recognize
Yeah.
me.
You have a
Mark,
feeling
cut that out
the
for me.
Most part that it's based on age and beard size.
Yeah.
It's just Nico with the giant lizard beard.
Yes.
That's literally like
Have
probably
we
the first
seen wizards
werewolf
out and
recording
about
of
in
me admitting
Ankh-Morpork?
ever.
Edited.
Not really.
Perhaps that would be a bad choice then.
What's a bad choice besides my life choices?
Disguising as a wizard.
Disguising as a wizard,
yeah.
being out and about in Ankh-Morpork.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a general angst
Yeah. Okay.
in the city and then.
Scratch the wizard.
Let's cast the wizard.
Describe yourself as
A kind of general human merchant.
general human merchant.
General
sir.
Yeah,
General merchant?
Yeah, general merchant.
Just Millhouse
Okay.
you inadvertently.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
I was doing it how
a foot smaller than you.
yeah, a foot smaller than me, but like one that like, may provide wares, general goods
Yes.
to maybe like, of a magical variety to the Unseen University.
Okay.
'Cause we're going to be seeing one.
Backstory,
We're going to be seeing coming out of the Unseen University.
potentially.
So like maybe one that can provide general goods of
Okay.
a slightly magical variety.
Archer's name. Want to be Chet Manley?
What am I looking like?
Yeah.
I want to reprise my Howl costume. So like blonde hair, got like a hat going,
Howl
like
minus
a fedora,
castle.
like Howl's Moving Castle, like in the beginning of the movie.
And Wasp, you are what kind of eagle?
A harpy eagle.
A harpy.
With my turquoise and green plumage.
And Zaros.
So I'm going to
Not
be.
suspicious at all.
I'm gonna walk just very slightly separately from the group. I'm gonna walk like staggered, like as I go.
Yeah.
And I just want to look like the dirtiest bum, like the kind of person that the general people in the street don't want to make eye contact with.
You've seen plenty.
Yeah, I'm gonna be one of them.
Okay.
Human.
Awesome. You
Very, very dirty, like dirt caked on. Like,
So, do you guys do this before you get up to the
oh yeah.
gate, or
No,
as
no.
you're at the gate?
Can we shoot the shit with Moto for a minute
Yeah,
while he
yeah,
unlocks
yeah,
the gate?
yeah.
I'm doing it while he unlocks.
That's why I wanted to ask: were you walking up as these characters?
No,
to
no, no,
Moto?
no, no.
Or okay, you walk up to yourself. Oh, going out into the Ankh-Morpork, have fun up there, and he gets the locks ready for you. And you have a. Oh, look at you, look a little under the weather.
Oh, we can ask Moto.
Yeah. Moto, do you have a bottle I could borrow?
Does it have to be filled with something?
Preferably empty.
Oh, yes, of
Like,
course.
like if you've been having a good time lately.
He looks around. Oh, I might know one or two. Hold on.
Oh, my good man, my good man. Oh, I'm not igneous. God damn it. I love Moto.
He like side eyes a little and does like a little shuffle backwards, half dance, and you see him like look back and forth, and then he literally just lifts up a rock, is hollow, and is filled with a lot of empty bottles,
Hell yeah.
all alcohol, and he pulls one out and looks around. Here you go. That one's on the house.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You're a gentleman.
Moto, quick question for you.
Yes.
If one needed to get into the Underrank nearby here, do you know where one could do so?
What's the Ankh-Morpork?
Fair enough.
It's under Ankh.
You mean like in the basement? Well,
The base, well,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, do you know how to get to the dungeon?
oh, of course. Yes, it's been boarded up for a while. Rid Cully had no truck in that. And you see him like remember for a second. Why keep paying for something for some bloody hero to clear out?
Do you, Moto, let me ask you this.
Yes.
You're clearly a very intelligent man.
Why, thank you.
I love Moto. I love Moto so much. Do you think, or because this dungeon's been around for such a long time,
Oh,
that
yeah.
you could use it to get beneath the city, into the old city?
Well, I would imagine so. It's pretty buggered deep down there, and if I remember when I used to bring them, what were they called? Look holders? No. Bifolders? Anyway, I had to bring them.
Bifocals.
Yes, the mice buggered everywhere. I had to bring them deep down, and I swear there were some that went farther down than that.
Moto is a fucking guy.
Oh, they're nice if you know where to tickle them.
Did the university stock this dungeon with loot for that hero?
Oh, of course, you can't have dungeons without loot and spoils and.
I don't know,
pits and
guys. Maybe we
traps.
go back and there's like a dungeon
Yeah,
right
fuck
here.
the main plot.
We want to go back to Adventureland. I don't want to be an adult anymore. I want to go back to Adventureland and make
Dear
Adventureland
God.
make me be an adult.
He just casually transported beholders into the.
Nowhere to tickle them.
Dear God.
This is Hagrid Moto.
I get more of the innkeeper from what is that from Lord of the Rings? Brandy. Oh, I don't know about that, Master Roberts.
Some nice hobbit-sized room.
So,
This motherfucker, there's beholders under the goddamn.
oh yeah, those are the little ones.
What are the big ones?
Oh, there's that one that's all riddles.
What
There's
the
this really
fuck?
spiny one. It's a strange room. You know, you see this small room and you walk in, and I swear you feel like you're this big, and you see this big bastard who's like this, and you can't do nothing but scream and yeah.
This
they
this
pull me
really
out.
sounds like a place that people should avoid. Can you tell me where they boarded up this entrance so I can make sure I don't go anywhere near there?
Oh, sure. And he goes on to.
Can he show Alishar on the map?
Yeah. hold on.
Just so we know where not to go, guys.
So, do we have an idea of what that last one was? Huge and spiny?
So
Taraz.
Probably.
he shows you that there is a.
Shit-eating grin, I hear it. I'm not even gonna turn. I'm not gonna turn and look at him because I have the same weakness.
He shows you that behind the gym. There
I'm
is-
sorry. The what?
The Geim.
Thank you.
Sorry, I apologize.
Thank you.
Behind the Geim, there is like a very ornate Bilko door back there.
Hell yeah.
Leads down into the
Hell yeah.
dungeon.
Is that the door we're gonna steal?
No.
We did come out of a Bilko door when, not Esmeralda, but it's close. It's close. It's close. Escarina. We came out of Bilko doors. Just pointing that out.
Did we come out? We came out in the Unseen University,
Correct.
didn't we?
Through Bilko doors.
God. It's all coming together. We need to go back down there.
Do we look real quick and make Mark have another session worth of shit to prepare before we go into the city?
I think we just go into the city.
All right, we go into the city.
We have the key. We can come back
All
whenever we
right, that's fair.
want to.
That's fair.
Let's actually get some.
So now that we know everyone is going, where is everyone going individually?
I think we're all going together at this point, right?
Yeah.
Do we think it's a good idea for our entire group to roll up to this house?
Well, we're going to the Assassin's Guild first, right? Because that's the first step.
Okay.
And that I think everyone should go to.
Okay. Where is the Assassin's Guild again?
From the Unseen University, if you went in a straight line, it would be before you got to your house.
But
Okay.
we're coming up here to Endless Street, and then we're gonna make our way
I
kind
believe
of.
that's
Which
what we're
would
gonna
put your house closer to the outer ring than the Assassin's Guild.
So if we went on the outer ring, then the house is closer.
Correct.
do. I mean, we could. I was just thinking, go up around here to.
I can go to the house, and you guys can go to the Assassin's Guild if you want.
I think that sounds good.
Because I would like to talk to
Tabby.
Tabby and the kid and other assorted gender vagrants.
Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go with you? Because it's a further distance to the house, right? Oh, yes.
Well, they're
If
saying
we
the
go
house is
outside,
closer if we go the route.
I mean, the
we're
reason I
talking about.
suggested going up Endless Street was. To
I think
stay
it's a
away
good
from the
idea. Yeah.
towers.
No, I'm on board with going. I'd rather take the longer way like that. No, I'm more maneuverable on my own.
Okay.
Let me get arrested on my own. Then we know what we'll do for the next 6 months worth of sessions. If only I had a backup
Okay.
character under a dragon's ass.
So it's going to be 4-1.
I believe that's what we landed on. Yeah.
Okay.
Start with them.
So,
We're going right to the Assassin's Guild.
but you're going the long way?
the
or
long
the
way,
so we're taking the long way around. We're going
No,
to
I
the
will give
Assassin's
you another copy of the contract. The one I made 10 copies of.
And are you going the long, are you
I'm going-
with them? to
Yeah,
the
so
Assassin's
this is
Guild,
where
or
I
are you
mentioned that
going
I'm
in
staggering drunkenly along behind them
Gotcha.
to that point, and then where you said the house is closer, I'll kind of just peel off that way.
Okay.
But I want to stay close to them as long as I can.
Gotcha.
And I think I asked this before. You guys are all members of the Assassin's Guild, right? Or no?
I'm no.
Not officially.
Mm.
Hired contractors.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You are not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never been there, which is why I don't
These
think it matters
two-
if I don't go.
These two are the connection
Okay.
at the Assassin's Guild.
Yeah, because that was Iggy still at that point.
Yes.
So
So
just really
As
went
you
back into Iggy's
leave,
voice looking over there.
I would like we'll do one roll. Someone roll a d20 for the group as you head out of the Unseen University.
Okay, somebody roll.
What is it?
Is it two?
Can I? So we don't know what
It's
that
like
roll
that
is
thing.
for.
I think it's yeah.
Can
it sounds like scenario.
Can I, before we walk through the door, can I do my bard thing and no, because I can't give an inspiration to everyone because then I would use
This
all
isn't
five and it
something
would go
you
away.
can give
No, I was just
I
thinking in
think
general.
he's
Should we?
Oh.
I was thinking of
Oh.
using it like a what's the?
Kind of a blanket.
I think
No,
works
it's
not-
the
it's not
thing that
really
makes everyone
subject,
more
it's just
sneaky,
like
but it
a
doesn't really work that way.
scenario.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a scenario list.
Yeah. You're good.
Can someone please roll me a d6?
I got it.
Alright.
Five.
Thank you.
I hate
So-
that.
5 beholders fall out.
Oh, make sure you tickle them. You guys.
I'm gonna write that down. What does that mean? Moto says to tickle the beholders. That sounds like it may be important.
Who knows? You guys head out, and this is the first time you've been kind of this large group together, and you see. Usually, the streets are pretty busy, especially this early. There are not a lot of people on the streets. It seems like there's a much higher concentration of guards. And as you make your way, you're keeping back, and the harpy eagle is high enough above to not really be noticed or picked out by many people. Eyes do glance at you as you pass some of the palace guards walking around. And you also see a fair amount of people wearing much rougher leather armor and dented plate armor, but also carrying very heavy weapons, watching people. You see some people get pushed around, maybe some money gets paid to be left alone, and you see some of the palace guards kind of seeing it and laughing about it. Seems like it's not just palace guards out on the streets, but having a much smaller group, really helps you guys all just really pass through. A couple times a guard maybe walked up to you, but before they had a chance to talk to you, the drunk kind of intercepted them.
I'll bump into somebody.
But you make your way about halfway to the Assassin's Guild, and you do hear in the distance a scream, and then more screams, and then you see spurts of flame.
Oh jeez.
And
Everywhere I go.
We didn't start the fire.
so as
Literally the dragon.
you see that a dragon does break above the buildings,
Oh, good.
and you see it's just blindly spraying fire. It doesn't seem to be focused in on anyone, but if I could have everyone on the ground make a dexterity saving throw.
You all get
And
plus
one
4
in
because
the
you're
air.
near me.
With a advantage, because you saw it coming sooner.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Yep.
And remember, everyone except Wasp add plus 4. Are you close enough
How
to
close is it?
I think it's 10 feet.
If it's
for
10
that.
feet, not. If it's 15 feet, yes.
I can double check, but I think it's 10 feet. Because I think it goes to 30 at a higher level.
Thankful for the plus 4.
I can go ahead and roll mine.
Thankfully, you didn't roll 6.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm outside of range unless you look it
Yeah,
up.
that's-
So 19 for me, because I'm a little bit away from the group.
Mine would be 13.
15.
10 feet.
22.
33. I rolled a nat 20 on that somehow.
Mine was about to be a 20 and then just
Plus 9 and then plus 4.
What the fuck?
Sir, this is D&D 5e, not Pathfinder.
Listen. Highest roll I could possibly make.
You two succeed. Manage to get out of the way, knocking it down half. The rest of you do not.
With a 19, fuck.
Wait, hold on.
But it is not a direct full-on because it is so scattered.
Can I?
No.
Hold on. Wait, I.
Yeah, I have evasion. So, okay.
Oh, I have, I can tell a story to the fire.
Nope, that doesn't help.
I have take damage.
Can I would like to cast Absorb Elements.
Is that a reaction?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'll give you that.
Slurp.
You have resistance to the triggering damage until the start of your next turn. So I will have resistance to fire damage.
Beautiful.
Yes.
You three take 21 points of fire damage. Ooh. You two take half. You evade for nothing. You do you twist around a pillar of it as it's going down.
Can I make a case?
Yes.
I rolled a nat 20. Can I pull somebody with me that would have taken damage otherwise?
Roll me a d20 if it's over 15, yes.
Oh my god.
But it can only be one of these two. Really drunk.
Do I get a plus?
No.
Sorry.
No.
It's a 12.
It would have been cool.
Yeah,
okay,
fair enough.
Yes.
So 21 half down to 10?
Yes.
I have fire resistance.
So half damage.
I was like, wait a minute, I'm a tiefling. I know it's not Pathfinder, but I get something, goddammit.
Valios, I'm sorry, do you have something to throw in? I have a dog that I...
Barry, actually,
I have
from
something
Pathfinder.
to throw in, actually. I'm a bird. How many hit points do I have?
You should.
You should look
You have
up.
to look that up.
I mean, it's just a regular
So
bird.
you...
I'm not like a giant eagle or anything.
You took 10 hit points. You might be falling out of the
You are
sky.
probably back to your normal form.
Yeah. As the dragon, it just continues, and you see there is just a splash of carnage from where it came from to where it's going, and you hear screams in the distance. It seems to just be circling. The other thing you notice, hold on one second, is that right before it happened, there were no guards in the area. An eagle
Harpy
has
eagle.
12 hit points. So I will give you an eagle, and you can retain 2 hit points.
Cool. So I'm
You can retain it.
still flying. Right?
Yeah. You see the dragon fly away, and as it does, there's definitely a couple people just in your vicinity that are just done. They're just melted, gone.
Jeez.
A couple people maybe only hit a leg or part of their face. Some people are screaming. You see citizens come to help, and people are calling for help. The guards, not so much. Some of them one even spits in the direction of one of the people on the ground.
Oh, good.
Concentration check. Concentration check.
Yes.
Concentration check.
Yes. Concentration check.
It's
For wild shape?
No.
Okay.
concentration check. Remind me, it's roll and
10 plus your constitution, and it needs to be 10 or more than half the damage you took.
okay, so it's 10.
10.
So basically, roll a d20, add Constitution modifier.
And if it's 10 or higher, you're good.
Okay, I'm good.
Unnatural 20.
I got 16 on the die.
Nice.
9.
9.
Because it's just a con save, right?
Yeah.
8.
9.
Wait, is it a... Oh, no, you're out of range. Yeah.
Correct.
Alright,
So
so
with you be 24, same thing.
Yeah.
as this goes by, you're patting yourself down, you're
Yeah.
you're getting all the stuff off of you, and then you see
It's
my skin,
my nice purple
as
rose.
you look up,
hair.
the guards are
Lords.
coming back, We're gonna do. Are you gonna recast?
I would
it?
like to.
Okay, so we're gonna do. There's 2 guards close by. Their perception check versus your. We'll say you do a
Sleight of hand?
no.
Spell attack?
Roll a d20 and add your spell proficiency.
I guess would be like a spell attack roll.
Like, yeah,
Pretty
and spell
much.
attack? Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled poorly, but it's 15 total.
Ooh, one of them is distracted. One of them clocks you.
Okay.
Sees you.
I don't
cast
know that
the
I know,
spell.
so I'm
Yeah,
back to pretending to be a drunk.
You guys see one of the guards like pointing at
Yeah.
Zaros.
who is not disguised, and
Yes.
then tries to disguise himself.
Do I see this happen too?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say the 3 of you are far enough ahead, and looking back, you do see Zaros getting pointed at by a guard.
Okay.
Right now, it's just the 2 guards in the area. We'll say you guys are far apart with the guards in the middle.
How far are we from the guards?
We're using theater of the mind, so definitely out of, we'll say your spell's over 60 feet.
Right. So somewhere between like maybe like
Like
100.
Zaros is 30 feet, and they're
Do
about
I
60
know that
feet.
they have seen me?
Roll perception check.
Probably. Yeah, 23.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
You knew they were there, and as you saw yourself, you
It's
looked up
2 of them in
as
front of
you were
me?
casting. You did recast.
Yeah, I already marked
the
them.
one guy
So-
saw you.
But there's 2 of them in front of me.
yeah.
So they're about 60 feet from you.
Oh, do I just naturally resist fire damage for some reason?
You
Because you're a
are
storm sorcerer or something?
No, I just have resist fire damage in my notes.
because you're
Baller? I
elephant?
don't know.
I was gonna say, do elephants resist fire?
I don't know about that.
They don't resist electricity. Ask Thomas Jefferson.
Well,
Thomas
until you
Jefferson.
prove
Oh my
it, you don't
god.
have.
Thomas Edison.
Okay, yeah, because like it's the last thing in my notes here. Resist fire damage.
Ask
Maybe
Alex
that was
Jones.
somebody you're
Can I see my player's handbook?
Yes.
I apologize.
Because like the reason why I ask is I also have spell sniper, which is like
Yeah,
As
they're
a
about
feat.
like 60, 100 feet, somewhere in that theater of the mind. You know,
Okay.
Tell me if you want to do something, but
Do you have that through like an
I
item or
have 2
something?
things that I might want to do. I just
Okay.
want to look up the rolling for.
sure.
So where also is like the whole area around this is on fire, right?
Yeah, like imagine you're almost like separated by the carnage from the guards because they're just coming back to the area after the attack.
okay. Is there like a pillar or some kind of like bunch of boxes nearby that are potentially on fire?
Roll a perception check.
I think I'm gonna let them approach me.
Okay.
I haven't seen my picture in the newspaper yet.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't. The newest edition didn't have an updated picture.
No.
Okay.
No.
I am going to currently let them approach me.
Okay.
19.
19. You do see there's some that are on fire or
That's fine.
like
Great.
a little destroyed.
Great.
On, this side, and then over here was more maybe like residential. There isn't so much. So yeah. On your left, yes.
Okay. I would like to cast 3 on fire boxes.
Okay.
Sure. I would like to cast animate objects
Okay.
on.
Yeah,
We don't.
you watch as
Not trying to fight
is there
No,
verbal-
we're not. We're not trying to fight anybody.
You're trying
Is
to
there
make a distraction.
verbal or
There is a verbal and somatic component.
okay?
I'm gonna hope that I'm gonna try and do it as low key as possible. I do not have subtle. I do not have subtle spell.
Okay, roll me a I guess sleight of hand.
Sure.
That makes sense.
Sure. Yeah. To try and be sneaky about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18.
So you
Okay.
you start talking and you cast the spell, you animate objects.
Okay.
3, like 2 of them are really on fire. One's like starting.
Okay. I would like to animate them so it appears that there was like an explosion behind the box and kind of like burst outwards and like come towards them to like distract the guards. That's my
Gotcha.
goal, is to like, oh my gosh, what was that? There was an explosion back over here, and like to kind of force these boxes outwards.
Okay, yeah. You release, and there's like, just them hitting other things that are attacked, like leaning on them.
Yes.
There is an explosion, and they come flying
Towards the guards. And not like attacking them, but like
like coming right at them, like they're gonna have to get out of the way.
Yes, correct.
Yes, and I'm guessing you're trying to push them a little further.
Right, further back, and give Zaru some time to disguise, do whatever he wants.
And I was saying, and can I use this as a distraction to cast a spell?
You certainly can.
That's
on
the goal.
Okay.
That's on the stack.
As they are dealing with this thing.
Actually, no, because you just cast.
I cast the spell. I'm allowing them to approach me currently. If this is happening the same time
he saw the guard like pointing right at you as you were finishing casting. So this is happening. Yeah, you don't have a split second.
I would also. I also would like to do something, but it doesn't have anything to do with the guards.
Okay, you have a. Yes.
I'm gonna pull out my flask, pull out the stopper, and say geyser, and start shooting water on the fire.
Okay, just like.
Yeah, it's the
general
decanter of endless water.
Yes,
so
gotcha.
It puts out 30 gallons in action.
Water.
That's awesome. You start doing that, and other people are like, oh, and they're some person runs over and they're like, my nana's in this house, will you come about me? And they're guide you, and you definitely save some lives by doing that. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Cool. This explosion happens as you're like just putting up your hands to try and just like shit. Boosh. The one of the guards. Why did I close the book? He rolls a 9.
Okay.
So he's not getting out of the way. The other guard, however, as you kind of like follow, you're trying to like look nonchalant, but you look, and he's now staring directly at you. He did notice, so he's rolling at advantage. 12.
No, definitely not.
2 10s. So yeah, both guards, like, even though he's now you see his face, and he's like,
there's some shit going on.
Yep, and then they just get slammed into by the boxes. I think you have damage with that, right?
I do. Would you say these are mediums?
People?
Boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
sure.
yes. I'll just say I'm a big fan of Nico's animate object phase. I was, in retrospect, a bigger fan of heat metal. The heat metal phase. Didn't appreciate it enough at the time.
They take 6 damage.
6 damage. Bam! They get slammed into. The guard who didn't see you is trapped under one of them. The guard that did, he's going to attempt to push it
These
away.
are on fire, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, he does not. He also gets pinned by one. This one has a little more fire, and then, hey, get this shit off of me! Hey, get over here! And he starts screaming for other guards to come.
Okay.
Is this taking enough time that I can
yes,
react
now you are...
How close are these guards again? They were over 60 feet. Are they any closer now, or?
No, now they're more like 5 to 10 more feet to the right.
I would like. Is there like an alley that I can duck into?
Not yet.
Okay.
So as they get smashed, this guy goes off, right? They just saw me cast.
Have now.
I'm gonna like do a drunk voice, do a big old hiccup. Explosions! Dragons are attacking! And I'm going. Is there an alley I could duck into?
Roll me a performance check.
Sure. Stay. So 28.
Even the guard who's yelling for the other guards is like,
Hey, he doesn't know what he saw. There was an explosion. He could have a head injury.
you see, he's even a little like confused, and he like looks back, but then he continues yelling, "Oh, get me out here!" That was it. And he starts repeating what you said. Now, completely lost the thread. Possibly, we'll see.
And get into an alley.
There is. You see an alley that's closest to you on this side. You see an alley that's closest to you going the opposite direction.
Okay, I would like to duck into that alley
Great.
and use the other disguise self that's stored in the earrings.
Yours?
Yours didn't drop.
Yeah, yours. Did yours?
Did you have to drop it to animate?
Well, but the guy saw
he
me.
wants to change what he looks like.
Oh.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Mine didn't drop, but the guard recognized this dude is
Gotcha.
suspect.
Okay, yes. You dip into an alley.
Right.
And
And I would like to change up my appearance to another general
Sure.
merchant.
Yes,
The
another-
last guy was kind of shaggy
General
brown
merchant.
hair. This guy has short blonde hair.
Yes.
Just change up the features, but this guy has a beard.
So-
the other guy didn't.
great. So you duck out.
When
You're
I-
saving lives.
Well, so the other, when I hear them screaming, can I aim the guy? Like, can I run up to
Yeah.
them and aim the geyser at them?
into their mouth.
Well, I mean, it's 30 foot by 1 foot, so it's gonna hit everything.
Yeah, I gotcha. I
Yeah.
gotcha. So you like pointed at them, and now you're like,
To try, it has the effect of saving their lives and getting the boxes off them and distracting them.
Yes. Rain.
So-
What's Rain doing?
There is
Honestly,
there's
is
an
there-
effect when
there
if you
is?
aim it at a person, there's
Yeah.
an effect.
Oh.
So
I
they have to
didn't know
make
that.
so they have to make a DC 13 strength saving throw or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone.
Well, they're already prone.
Yeah, they're both pinned under the.
Okay, and then
What do
if
you
it's
call
aimed
it?
at an object less than 200 pounds, it knocks it over or pushes it 15 feet.
So we're gonna
Okay.
find out if the wood lands back on top of them, which is all I can hope for.
So DC what?
13.
13? They both save.
Yeah,
13.
I wasn't trying to hurt
on
them.
the dice.
Well, I just wanted to see it.
So now, here's a question: does that push the boxes off of them then? If
Yes.
they succeed. So now,
Yeah.
okay, so now they're free.
Well, I was pushing the boxes off anyways because I was trying to distract them while
Gotcha. Okay, so you're
I'm trying to help them and then
roll me a performance check.
okay. 16.
16.
Nailed it.
Okay. That was. Yeah. At first they're like, whoa, thank you, yeah, good job. And like the one guy is laying down and he like puts up the hand like, you gotta help me, bro?
Yeah.
And you like help him up. It's like, oh, good job, thank you. Where did that general merchant? As the guard gets up,
So
you
are there
have-
just like people running and screaming at this point because of the attack?
it's kind of died down, and you see at this point there are people just like going about their business, just walking around the carnage, like whatever. It's Ankh-Morpork. They're dead from dragons. What the fuck are you gonna do? I gotta get to work.
I gotta get to work.
Other people are like helping the injured, but it's definitely become more normalized than quite.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the guard.
A lot of the fire in this area has
Yeah.
gone out. You see, other areas are. not
Yeah, I'm
quite
gonna
so lucky
kind of
now.
excuse myself from the guard. Be like, hey, sorry, I gotta
Hey.
go help put out some more fires.
You want to earn some real coin in this fucking shithole of a city? You come and tell him over at the palace. Slandak, he's got your back.
Thank you. I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I should not ever be
Fight
recorded.
to get those collars on them bastards, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He knows what I'm saying.
Yeah, he knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
I have been known to hunt criminals before, so.
This man's a lawyer. He gets it.
That's good. We can use people like you. We pay well. Let me tell you.
Mostly poachers, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, can't all be perfect. Well, good luck out there. Try to kill some of them nerds.
Nerds.
He walks away, looking around. You pop out as even more generic, and even like looks over you and just kind of glances around.
Well, in my disguise, I would have made like my outfit like a little singed, you
Gotcha,
know?
yeah. So you fit in a little bit
yeah.
more. You've got some dirt on your face. And you just glance
The
right over.
beard I have is a little crispy.
What is Rain doing?
I imagine he's rolling stealth because he ducked into an alley to dodge
Just
all
roll
of the
me
fire in
a
general, and then
general
sees this happen.
Yes.
Right? And then he's
think
honestly
that's enough
stealthing and
for the
waiting to
spell?
respond accordingly.
Gotcha.
Definitely should have it. Spell remember. Spell's
Okay, so got a 16 with a 3.
Oh,
I do have it. It's the second.
okay.
That's
So
that
when
would be
you
helpful.
first duck
Everyone
out,
plus 10 on
Mhm.
stealth rolls.
it's all within that split second of him
Laura Bailey
pointing
spell.
at Aldashar,
Yeah.
and he also clocks you looking around the corner, and you see a furrowed brow. So you
What?
duck back. Hold on.
Disguised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He sees you
Mm-hmm.
as your disguise.
Yep.
Just a person
Yeah.
ducking back. You realize this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing you're going to change again because you have that easy ability.
Yeah.
Bad slut.
Roll a second
Should not be recorded.
stealth check. Because this is all happening.
Okay, that's a 30.
This time you're like, don't lean
So that's
around
where
the
your luck
corner
yesterday
and stick
went.
your head out if you're trying to stealth. Just don't do that next time.
Don't do that. Don't.
Blame
This
it on
time you
ADHD.
climb up the wall and do it. You're looking from like 20 feet up in the air. And they
Why did I
don't.
do that?
They don't
Why
see
did I
it.
do that?
Alright, but at this point, the guard has lost the thread. Some other guards do come up, but by this time, you're all kind of moving out and about.
That could have gone way worse.
It could have.
Good save.
You eventually, meet back up a few blocks away. I need one more d20 roll.
Audit chief.
Okay.
17.
17.
It's like a 13, but 4 more.
You guys make your way pretty much unscathed through the rest of
I meant I saw some.
the city as you get closer to the Assassin's Guild. You up in the air do clock that as you get closer to the Assassin's Guild, there are assassins watching. There's like people up on the
Guilding.
roofs. You see, especially up in the air, and you a couple times, you see like they're not being aggressive. You're just being watched.
Sure.
And eventually, the rest of you realize this when they start really showing themselves. Like,
They're more confident.
yes, we're showing ourselves to you. You make your way up to the door. There is someone sitting outside. It's like an older gentleman.
I've
Me-
split off at this point.
Yeah, at this point, you continue. The older gentleman looks at you. You don't belong here. Yeah, they belong here. You don't belong here.
He's with us.
That's racist.
That's
Christopher
not
Walken?
how it works in here. You don't belong here. You're welcome to the set. I've got some pop.
Is there a chance for me to potentially join them officially?
That's not up to me, but they can go in and ask the boss.
Alright, I'll stay outside while you guys go.
And very non-confrontational, just matter of fact.
Yeah.
Is this in the alleyway
Protocol.
entrance
Yeah,
area?
yeah. This is out.
Out back of the.
We know this
Fantasy.
alleyway.
Christopher
Yeah.
Walken.
Yeah,
That's why I asked.
We know this alleyway.
very much so.
You know where
Can
we're
that be
at then?
fantasy, Christopher Walken?
Do you know what alley this is?
So I guess
Is it bees?
while we're
No.
walking up,
It's the alley
If we-
right outside the Assassin's Guild.
while we're walking
This
over,
is,
can I use a third level cure
trash
on
fish.
myself?
Absolutely,
Okay.
without a doubt. Yeah.
And then if, just in case I'm sitting there for more than an hour, I can get a short rest.
Yep. Yeah. You use that. Sit down, and he does hand you. It is a ice cold glass of this bubbly, thick brown, sweet syrup. It is. You've never tasted anything like this before. And he has a little chat with you. He talks about the weather mostly. And then this goes when below turtles and snowcaps.
It shouldn't be out
Most
in the
of it doesn't really make any sense, but he's nice enough. You two head inside. There is like a very nice little sitting area. There's no one around, but there is like a velvet bell which you pull, and it's not like a bring. You hear like velvet on metal. It's a very like. And after a moment, a very, very well dressed tabaxi, pure white skin, black horns that curl around the ear, back down, come around the neck, and are tied into a bow tie with a very nice suit on, like a tuxedo with tails.
Lord Downey will see you. I'm sorry, but your compadre will have to stay outside for the time being.
That's okay. Protocol's protocol, right?
Indeed. And he gives a small bow and turns and heads inside. So you walk down, and again, it is a very discombobulating hallway. You think you're walking down a straight path, and then like there's a corner right there, and there's splits, and there's even one point like it goes up and down at the same time, but it's just like one floor forward, and you know that there's things in here. It's an Assassin's Guild. You make your way, or you follow the gentleman to Lord Downey's office. The door opens, and it is a very beautiful, thick, open oak door, which opens silently.
Fancy.
You see, first thing you see is a large fireplace, like walk-in size fireplace, and there's two large, extremely large, like just shy of dire dogs, like black, almost purplish, and like the deep tone, big jowls, and they're alert and silent and staring and knowing as the door is open.
You know Lord Downey is burned bodies in that fireplace.
So you're brought in, and the gentleman bows. The unknowns are here, sir. Very good. Very good. That'll be all.
Thank you, my good man.
Yes, quite. And he bows and backs.
The unknowns. That's a pretty good name.
The name pending are here.
Backs out. It doesn't touch the door, but the door does silently close behind him.
Sure, click.
Been a while, has it?
It has.
Lord Downey?
I trust the rest of your group is in good health.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
I must say that I've made my best attempt to keep our interests from crossing your path.
I really appreciate that.
Yes.
Was Zogan with us the last time we met with this guy?
Of course, yes. Zogan and, what was the other one? Ignatius. Yes. Very large fellow. Thick. 2 C's.
Ignatius as well. Ignatius as well.
And
I
Mollywog.
see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, we don't know he's dead. To be fair.
Well, we don't like that word here. We have voluntarily and non-voluntary inhumation.
He we don't know if he's inhumationed yet.
Well,
Sorry. Just so not really.
And I apologize for not allowing your new associate, but things have gotten a little spicy out there.
as we encountered on our way over here.
Yes.
What happened? Like, it wasn't like this yesterday.
Things move fast in Ankh-Morpork, even though sometimes it seems to move impossibly slow. Best I can see is that whomever is in charge of the city currently has decided that they want to be in charge of everything, and the guilds are shutting down in some areas.
Well, we are trying to address the situation. Lord Downey, we have a question for you.
Yes.
When we know that you do quite a bit of work with Mr. Slant.
Correct, yes. Unfortunately.
Mr.
He's a bit dry for my taste.
I'm sure he's a bit dry in multiple senses.
Correct.
What, Mr. Slant is well known for not actively verifying that his signature is his own.
That is correct. The man is very, very paranoid. For good reason.
Certainly.
He's made many enemies over the past hundreds of years.
So when you get something signed by Mr. Slant, how do you have a process to verify that his signature is his if he will not do it himself?
The guilds use one Dagon, King of Arms. He verifies all important documents across the city.
Dagon?
Dagon, King of Arms. He is due here, in fact, later today, maybe this afternoon. He does charge a fee, but he is the only person in town that can 100% verify any signature by
Why hasn't somebody done this before? Is this like secret?
done
Or
what?
verified a signature like this?
No, of course not. That and knowing everything about the families of Ankh-Morpork is how Dagon makes his money in the city.
Wow.
He's the foremost informant on every family. Their crests, their histories, maybe some of their secrets.
Wow. Sounds like an important guy.
He is rather important,
Well,
and he keeps it that way.
that's certainly good information, Lord Downey. We certainly appreciate it. We were hoping that he could verify the Slant signature on a contract between Tia Taime and Lord Rust when Rust hired Tia
As
Taime.
you're saying this, his hand moves, and you hear a click, and you both hear this loud white noise cuts through everything. Be careful what you say in front of people. That could get you killed faster than anything else in your little life. Remember that.
Understood.
Yes, Dagon can do such a service. I imagine it would charge anywhere between 1 and 500 gold, depending on how he likes your attitude. But do not talk so freely again.
Understood, Lord Downey. Thank you for the advice.
You see him shake for a second and pull himself together. Now, is there anything else you need?
We will get out of your hair.
Good.
Thank you for your time.
And you turn around, as you say this, you feel like a little rush of air, and the manservant is already behind you, arms behind him. This way, sirs. Good day. And Downey looks right back down at his papers and continues. As you walk out, you hear that sound now permanently as you're walking
Yes.
through.
Yep.
Yes.
Zaros wants to spend an entire day with this guy.
Now, as you're walking out, someplace you didn't see walking in, you see a small room. There is a low, kind of shitty looking coffee table. It's got some coffee stains. There is a little drip pot with looks like a little enchanted boiling thing of water, some tea, and 2 really shitty looking chairs. Do you care to wait here for the afternoon, or will you not be needing Dagon's service today?
I think it certainly makes sense to wait for Lord Dagon if he can be of service to us.
Very good. I will summon you when the Lord has arrived. And you guys like look down, and as you look back up, yeah.
Maybe give me signed up so I can come inside.
What's that?
No, these two.
Oh. He as you like look down at where you're sitting and you look back, there is just a wall.
Okay.
And you guys are set. Here.
Well, but so before the manticore goes, I'd like to ask him, like,
Is it possible for our companion to wait in here with us, or is he forced to wait outside?
You may wait outside with your friend, but he may not enter the building.
Understood.
Well, I'll sit in here in the nice chair with the food.
And will you still be able to let us know when Dagon arrives? If we wait outside?
If you wait outside, yes, we shall let you know when Lord Dagon arrives.
Thank you.
And he continues walking. You've now left
what's the time limit on disguise self?
an hour. And right now it's like
Oh yeah.
10, 11 o'clock.
But like I've been in disguise self since
And they just let him in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
yeah.
While you were disguised.
Yeah. But like as I've been in here, and like I think it's been an hour since
I would say you probably have like 10 more minutes. Your meeting with Downey was cut pretty short.
Yeah. But like if I wait outside,
Oh, it's gonna go.
yeah, it's gonna drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rain, could you please let Evelios know the situation?
Oh.
I unfortunately, obviously, cannot wait outside.
Sure. Yeah, I'll go tell him.
Thank you.
I will wait in here.
So you'll stay in the waiting room.
I'm gonna stay in the waiting room. Okay. I can get back to the Unson University.
Yes,
Just fine.
You say this. You guys split up. You sit down.
Yeah.
There is a little switch that you can hit, and you hear like. It's a little music playing.
Yeah. Right.
There's like an old magazine. It's not a great one. It's
Whatever.
but it's something.
I during this time I would like to try and like out of my pack bring out like a little sketch pad and try and do a little sketching.
Go ahead and roll.
Yep.
$700.
I can't tell what it is.
It's the 20.
You definitely you draw like what do you?
I would like to do a sketch of the dragon as it was coming in.
Very cool. You get beautiful like multifocal points with like your perspective is great and the dragon is so detailed and you even have like a spray of color going across.
It was obviously it had to have been a red dragon, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
Obviously,
a
yes.
very red dragon.
Yes. Okay.
But it is a beautiful piece which you sit here and labor over. You do have a feeling like you could leave.
Right.
You're
sure.
not, it may look like a wall, but at one point you like boardwalk over to it and it does like
Open up.
yes. You see a hallway.
Is it the dragon that's on your board?
No, it's Fat Dragon.
it's
not quite that one.
okay.
I'll show you a picture.
Sure.
of it.
But yeah, but so like each dragon is a little bit distinct.
Yes.
So I could probably use this image as like,
Yeah.
It's the adult red dragon.
It is.
It's the adult
Yes,
red
it
dragon. Okay,
is
cool.
correct.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you sit here for a while. Meanwhile, Rain, you go outside.
Okay.
You see Evelios sitting there. There's a couple empty bottles next to him, and he's got like a good smile. And they're talking. Like you find out this guy had lived in the Ramtop Mountains for a while, and like you're talking about like different ruins and like small towns, and complaining about your annoying grandparents to each other. Like you've got a good little rapport with this guy. Rain, you come out a little while later and see Evelios chatting there.
Okay. I'm like, yeah, sorry, it just didn't come up, but you're definitely right. I forgot that that was also why we were here. I'll just kind of lean in and just like, who has the key?
I think it's ours, but
The key?
to the lockbox. We were gonna ask
Oh.
about the salvage rates
Yeah.
while we were here.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, they get trip moves. My bad.
Which that may not be something we need to talk to the head guy about. That could be just like a grunt type of thing. Just like ask them for information.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Do I, after talking with this guy a bit, do I have a sense of like how much he knows about the organization, like the Assassin's Guild?
He does not in any way talk about anything like that. It is just inane old man sitting outside regaling you stories of very boring things, but that just so happens to be those very boring things are things you grew up with as well, so you can connect on them.
You're the target audience.
Maybe I'll say, hey, Ray, maybe, why don't you try to go back inside, see if you can find someone to talk to about that?
Sure. I'm just concerned about what's going on outside. Like, how are you guys doing? You guys got hit by some fire.
I mean, I'm okay.
Okay, like that was kind of nuts.
I got my flask.
Yeah. All right. So you're sitting outside right now.
I'm just
right?
sitting outside with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drinking
like,
some
what's going on outside right now? There's
where you
sirens?
guys are, no.
Really?
That was like halfway in between where you are and the university is.
Okay.
That was, yeah.
So it's a ways off.
Yeah, you don't even smell smoke.
Wow.
It's a big city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, I'm just kind of surprised. Like we were in that situation. Now it's so calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no sign.
There's also been multiple dragon attacks in the city the last couple of days, so
Okay.
I'm assuming they're just getting used to it.
Did your
Motherfucker
disguise
disbanded
self
the goddamn fucking fire
run out already?
Yes.
That son of a
Nico.
bitch.
Sorry.
By
Did you
now,
disguise?
yeah.
Yeah. So we need to find. So I would
So either we're regrouping at the college, or we gotta figure out a way to get you back.
Oh, because
Yeah.
you had to use both.
Yeah. So he's stuck here currently.
But you have
Stuck here, but I can go back to the city. They're not about.
You can go back to the
back to the university, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I'm stuck here. I can go back to the study.
So are you two
Unless-
staying? You're gonna go back in to find out more information.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, Wasp. You're
Charred bird.
yes.
Let's see.
Someone say,
And you
Deep fried
when you
eagle.
get a vantage point, like you can see eventually, like the dragon went out, and then came back, and as it went towards like the more affluent area, it just kind of like dipped down into the city, and you were expecting it to come back up, and then you just didn't see it anymore. So
Where? Could you mark that on the map somewhere? Where-ish?
like you see it, it burned right through the scours where you guys were cutting through.
Sure. Yeah. Fucking poor
Hippos.
people.
You see it curl up into the hippo and going towards Knapp Hill, and it seemed to dive down somewhere in this area, and then it didn't come back up.
Is that by the
North
river?
of the university?
Correct.
Okay.
More towards the outer.
So right by the river.
Living in a van down by the road.
Now, to date, there have been no documented attacks that you've heard of or have been
On Knapp Hill.
reported on this side.
Of the river.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the rich side.
Now, you guys know that there's been at least one dragon attack on that side of the river,
Yeah.
but that seemed to be more of a
Targeted attack.
attack.
Yeah.
It was basically a
What do you think I
friend.
should do here? Scout out around the Assassin's Guild? See if there's any people that need help.
Don't get
from
shot by an
dragon attacks?
assassin's
I
arrow.
mean, I would say
Yeah. But yeah, that's not all damage.
Is there anything up, like, you see that, you know, you're circling up.
I don't want to go close to the Assassin's Guild because I don't want to get shot. But
Smart. You also see Zaros making his way towards somewhere, because I don't think Wasp has been to the house.
yes, that's where I met them.
That's right, yeah. So you see Zaros making his way towards the house.
I think I'm gonna follow Zaros at a
Okay.
distance, but first I want to check out the parts of the city that were burned
Okay.
and just see what happened.
Yeah.
I just want to see how
Roll
much
a-
destruction there was.
Roll an investigation check.
Who?
Investigation.
This is where you get eaten by the dragon, and then Iggy is crawling up out of its ass, and we meet in the middle.
Or you can do perception.
17.
Okay. I thought you were going to say like 11. 17 is pretty fucking good. You see, like you saw where it went, and you see it has mostly hit. It did like a couple passes through the shades. It's almost like this area was like an afterthought. You see fires all throughout the shades. It's like a fucking war zone in there. And you see not only some fire, but you do see in a couple places what looks like burning ice. In some places, what looks like burning yellow sparks. Like the shades is getting fucked up.
I'm sure I see some form of casualties, but any guards?
I mean,
Disrespectful.
are you going and following, or are you just doing like, this is from, you're up pretty high, you're just seeing.
I kind of want to check it out, yeah.
Okay. So you come in closer to the shades, roll me another perception check.
26.
What was that?
26.
26. You see there are no guards in the shades. None whatsoever. You don't see one.
Not even after the attacks.
Nope. You don't see any guards in there. You see people. You see a lot of hurt people. You see a lot of people helping them. You see tons of barricades. You see some areas where like the fire hit, but you see it was like corrugated metal, so it's just pools of this like little melted areas, but you're pretty sure there's like safety underneath. Like you see the people in this area have been dealt some shit and no one's there to help them.
I think I'm gonna land and drop mild shape, and I'm just gonna start casting cure wounds and control water and start putting fires out and healing people.
You can help so many people through all of that, because you see the only thing that's fighting the fire are literally people going to pump water from buckets. Some places have bucket chains, some don't, and it's just blazing uncontrolled in some neighbor parts.
I also have stone shape and wall of stone, so like if there's some fires like the electric ones that water wouldn't help, I can just pile rubble on top of them.
You could burn through any and all of your spells helping people. And, just think like for every cure wound spell, you could save a life. And for every like control water spell, you could save like almost a half a block. So that's totally up to you. But
Can he also make regular some heal checks as well? Because I believe Druid gets heal as a class skill.
Maybe.
And you're
That's
doing
on
this.
the-
Yeah, you're doing this like out of like as how.
I have a +4 to medicine from just having a high wisdom.
And in what form are you doing this in?
He said he dropped
that a
I
lot.
dropped. Yeah.
Okay, so
He's in his yeah.
so
there are no guards around.
oh, there's no guards.
He's in the
there-
shades.
Yeah, there are no guards.
Yeah.
You do see what are clearly some watchmen, some city watchmen, and they have more like.
You mean like
They're not even real.
they're not palace guards like the old city guards?
Yes, you see like from a distance. You see they're helping people.
Fives is crew.
Yeah,
You
I
had
think
seen
I was
some
out
of them,
this-
like you saw a really big one at one point was putting up like giant pieces of wall to build another blockade. Like you've seen them throughout, but they're clearly not palace guards. So how about this? You tell me how much you want, and then next time we're gonna pick up with Zoro's heading to the house.
I'll spend 4 first level spells.
Okay. We'll say you just straight up find like the worst 4 people you can that were probably on the cusp of death, if not already there and unconscious, and you save just 4 lives flat out. And
If there's any,
I
I'll
would say
spend 2 second level
I'll
spells
give
for
you,
lesser
like,
registration.
2 that you saved. If you want to keep track of this, there is some sorts of fame and stuff throughout.
Mine was more putting out fires than saving people, I think.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Yeah.
your total help
Okay.
with putting out, not directly saving someone's life, but putting out the fires, giving people help in that way saved 2 lives.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that? Lost?
I'll spend 2 second level spells on. It would depend. It would vary case by case. Second level and above, I can use spell slots for lesser registration if there's like broken bones or anything like that.
Gotcha. So we'll say like we'll put it at 7 lives saved and 1 block of the shade.
It's not real.
And as you're finishing this, you know, you've been here for a while. Like you're gonna be here for at least like an hour, couple hours, something, doing all this, helping everyone in this way. As you're finishing up, and, you know, it's getting to the point where these guys are gonna be meeting Lord Dagon like that time of day. You like help one last person, and you see things in this area are really like under control, and you kind of turn around and you see 3 Khajiit, all like one is mostly black with like a white stripe, one's like calico, similar, you know, like
my sister.
Yeah, exactly. And another one's more like striped, like a striped tabby, and you see like they have this kind of skull over their eye, and then 3 feathers coming across their forehead.
Get the fuck out of here.
And they bow down to you. We are here to help, they say in Khajiit. And you have 3 followers. And that's where we'll pick up next time. Well, we'll pick up with him, but yeah.
You mean you have 3 followers?
No, you have 3 followers.
You have 3 followers.
No.
I follow you.
Yeah, but you're the reason this
Oh,
is
you have some
happening.
followers?
You're
Yeah.
gonna be the savior that he never was.
Wow. No, I was just thinking of it as I was
Calm
the
down,
thing
Birdie.
that brought the real hero in.
No. Stop.